Alright, so this one, next mission, a red ripe birthday. This talented singer and free spirit, he doesn't really consider himself too much of a leader. He sees himself as a friend haver. So his objective, to not be a buzzkill. Is to see he's got a birthday coming up, and so he has to fill the town with food, people, and laughter. Ignore the storm on the horizon, it's just a passing cloud. So, still got the usual road stockpile, but now we've got also the nice house. Fits more people, just you need to process the materials. It doesn't even cost more, you just need to process it, and it can be more efficient. Now we've got the farm. Takes up a decent amount of space. But hey, tomatoes. We also start with a cooked lump of fermented mud that's so good actual religions in the Outlands revolve around it. Yes, we get to see one of those later. So we've got a couple of modest towns to start with, and a builder. Start with everyone onto the builder. Go, go, go. Alright, then. Forager. Lumberjack cabin. Go, go, go. Forage first. Food is very important. But I noticed some of the trees are different. They don't all they're not all mushroom trees. Some of them have fruits. Some of them don't do anything, but give you wood. And they deserve to be chopped. So I finished with at least 20 followers. Yeah, we've got 45 days because we're a bit further away from the storm, so that seems entirely doable. Now, farms, we can fit a couple onto this side and a whole bunch onto here. Only problem is we have to actually chop to make room for them, but again, that's fine. We need to chop for the wood anyways. Sawmill, because farms and the upgraded housing need that, and currently we have no open beds, but I don't want to build these. It's just a waste of time. Because we have the better alternative, why not build it? It's bigger and more stylish. It's a great choice to start a big family. Unlike this, where it's just a home. You know, like, look at this. Yeah, it exists, but it's like one of those Lincoln Log toys. You know, from way back in the day. Saying that makes me feel old. This is home not only to Geralt, but his precious lute, which broke in an unfortunate karaoke incident. How do these people know what karaoke is? Don't worry about it. You're overthinking things. It's fine. That will destroy some growing trees, but do I care? No. I missed the part where that was my problem. I'm trying to make room here, after all. So just layer this whole place in lumberjack cabin to make room. And then queue up a nice house. I'm gonna need it. I could build roads up to these cabins, but have you ever considered that I don't want to? Okay, yeah, food's running a little bit low, but that's why we built these forge rods. Mix up with the lumberjack cabins, and then we'll get this sawmill going. Now if we go like this, we are going to have to eventually demolish the forger hut, but when the lumberjack cabin gets rid of all the trees, that's inevitability. So, nothing to worry about. Get it eventually. Plus the 2 tiles aren't that big of a deal. Okay, now people are getting hungry. Solution. Okay, now they are actually having to walk to drop things off, so put a storage up there. And where's a good place for storage up here? Guess I don't need one. Not that far from where all the tomatoes will be grown. Oh yes, the food happiness is a bit low. True. Okay, prioritize this. We need to get the babies housed. Actually, we'll rotate it to be facing the river. Yeah, that'll look nice. Extend the road out like that. Okay, now yes, the food is remaining low, and people are getting unhappy. Solution. Mushrooms. Harvest the mushrooms. And then resolve the homelessness problem. Yeah, the kids aren't happy about being homeless. Who would be? Wood is plentiful, so there's no rush in demolishing these for their wood. But just keep in mind, I might do that later. Let's see, what are they building next? The lumberjacks, okay. Okay, yeah, food is remaining low. So go over here. Just build forges everywhere. The kids are unemployed. Ship them there. Pause that. I don't need it. What I need, actually, I don't need to pause, but prioritize those. Okay. Hunger is going down as they're eating food, but there's still someone remaining very hungry. Food is low. But we're making time. We need the population to grow because farms do take a decent amount of people. They're hungry, but we have enough food stockpiled for them. Okay, demolish that. No more need for it. Yes, a follower is hungry, however, it will be resolved in due time. Okay, prioritize this. That way they don't have to just go too far. Food is remaining low. But it's fine. Nobody has lost happiness because of hunger. Well, too much. They're not in the hungry state. They're in the stockpile is low state, which is infinitely better. Main problem is just it's taking a while to get the food to them, but that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, 4 of them are kids. So that's fine, it's fine. Okay, we're building up the lumberjack cabin and then the farm. A single bit of wood got it dropped off when that was paused and those weren't prioritized. You see, food's running out, but it's not empty. Their stomachs, I mean, the storage is empty, but their stomachs are not. Look at this. Doesn't this look nicer? I like how it looks. Lumberjack cabins, they always have their door open. I haven't built a base yet, but it just looks sad. So sad. Now food, we might actually be in a bit of a surplus. We might not end the night hungry. Okay, we have food in stock. That's amazing. Now, of course, the farms, builders have to build the fields. Farmers don't build it. We'll leave one person there because it will regrow. Okay, and I've got one person who will tend to these. I think 2 or 3 is good. 4 is completely unnecessary. Nah, I've got other foraging spots. I don't need that. I'll need to just wait for mushrooms to regrow. Prioritize this. We've got no empty beds. And then just the weird fields, when you place them all together, they merge, but then they split, and it's weird. If you can get rid of certain parts by using the recycle tool instead of clicking on them, but it is a bit weird. Building this out. Okay, there it is. Next up, we'll continue work on the fields. We want to get away from the foraging and towards the fields, because the fields quarter time plus 3 tomatoes, 2 satisfied. These, on the other hand, I don't know how much they give. I think it's only 1 satisfied, though, which is why we just eat so much of it. And once we got the tomatoes, well, tomatoes are just, I mean, you know. Okay, we got pomelos. I feel like this description is a reference to something. And these are the rare edible variation of the poisonous mushroom, only found in the Outlands. It's a rare delicacy. And by rare, I mean like rare globally. They're pretty common out here. They grow everywhere. Because, well, this is still a new place for human colonization, the Outlands. That's why they call it the Outlands, you know. Okay, we're building up some of the nice housing. And then after that, I guess we'll consider demolishing the not so nice housing if I need the wood. But I have some wood over here. Now it only returns 2 of the 3. Demolishing is not efficient. It directly removes 1/3 of what you spent. So don't build modest houses and then tear them down later. If you build them, leave them. But I'll leave them because I just have so much room on this map. Like, you know, I'm probably not gonna build up here. The foragers I laid out are just in case. Two kids grew into adults and they went right onto the farm. Now, normally, you don't actually need to have them on there all the time. It's perfectly fine when they're growing to just not have anyone working here for a little bit. They just need to plant and harvest. Because this place is just so idyllic. There are just no pests, and there's just perfect amounts of rain. And the only reason people haven't colonized here earlier is the storm. And things like that, or maybe just they didn't have the boats, or you know, things like that. Clear out the trees. We've got our little pomelo trees. They're so small because of the weight of the fruits or something, I guess. Okay, the first tomatoes have grown. Now, we need to have 50 in stock. So what I'm going to start doing is just mass chopping. Room needs to be made for these farms. Now I could put one over here. That would fit. But I know I just like the aesthetics. So chop chop. Let's get to work. And then I very much do not need more beds. The 36 I already have, plenty. It's mostly just there so that you don't mess up and with the food situation. Yeah, look at all these tomatoes. Yeah, each tile gives 3. And each one is double in value of the mushroom. So for the time being, I'm going to unassign all of these. and just chop. After all, the only food I need to have in stock is tomatoes. Everything else does not matter at all. Just irrelevant, ignore. I could actually step back and just win what I have. The tomatoes are coming in. The farms don't need to have a full thing built around them. They don't need to even look nice. But if you're playing a game like this and you don't make it look nice, are you even playing? "16 days left." Stop worrying about petty little things like foraging. We're good. It was essential in the early game, but now yeah, I don't even go for the mushrooms or other foods because it's just better food. Now, obviously, you can't go for it early because you'll starve before you get to it. But it's still pretty good. You can see the mission bar going down as the tomatoes are being eaten. Oh yeah, they built over here, and now it's segmented into a whole bunch of parts. Look at this. And then baby born, we have so many available beds. It's fine. Available food's gone down because there's no more foraging, and it's fine. Bunch of spare wood, it's fine. It's fine, I don't even need to keep dropping. Just, right, unassign that. I don't need to make planks, but I can. So I will. And then I'll just have them gather to increase food options so they don't get bored. I don't need this many farms, but I can. That's the important part. It's a chill game. So if you can, why not? Now just take it easy. Build another farm. That's almost enough. Look at all these tomatoes. Now, of course, it's nightfall, it's no longer enough, but I mean, come on, we've still got another 10 days to go. Now this is a situation where we're perfectly fine to remove these workers, get them foraging, get them doing something useful, but then I'd have to reassign them when these turn from yellow to red and become harvestable. So I'm not going to do that. If I were in a try-hard mission, I would. I would. But no need. No need. The tomato farm grows large. Now, I can't put them here because of how the terrain works, which is a shame because it makes it not look pretty. all this. It's just used for foraging, like this bit. I don't even need to go over here. Now, if this was a longer scenario, I absolutely would. I would build all over this. Chop the whole map. But just no need. It's fine. Just burn out the clock. Grow tomatoes. There we go. Tomato objective accomplished. Now, before night falls in the Algadine, let's take a little look. Nice little town. The inertia won't stop just because the map's done. More tomatoes will be planted. Population will grow. A thriving tomato farming community will form. And then a tomato blight will hit. And they'll all pass. But for now, we've done our part. However, there's a brother. Storm's going towards his town. I wonder what will happen there.